Welcome to Rassle Rock with Rick Connor,
Fat and talentless!
Matt Flowers,
Give me what I want!
Mark Hallbacher,
Is that okay in 2019?
and Corey Castle.
Tell everybody that you love them. So enjoy your life. You're such a hippie.
Hey! Hey! I didn't think that through. Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Rick had a pretzel in his throat.
Let's sit here and eat some pretzels.
Welcome
Eating
to the very last Rassle Rock of 2019. 2019, as some folks would mention it as. No more mentioning it as 2019.
No
more. It's all 2020. It's all 2020. However you want to say it.
Like
Welcome.
hindsight.
You're one more year closer to death.
Can
Yay.
Can we use that intro to the show going
What?
into 2020? Because he said, "Is that okay in 2019?" Like he says that at the
I'm
beginning.
definitely going to have to change that, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a bunch of lies I have somewhere.
I'm sure
I think
we
I've
can
said
find
some
something.
funny stuff here and there. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Who was it you said it was the James Ellsworth of women?
Lana.
Lana, yeah. Might use that. Who knows? There'll definitely be a new intro coming. But yeah, man, I'm excited for our last show. Matt isn't here today. He's got some stuff going on. But we're gathering for the new year. And we're excited for 2020 and what that's going to bring wrestling-wise. I'm going to put this out there right now. Who do you think's winning the Royal Rumble? I know it's early yet, and we haven't really talked Royal Rumble yet, but...
Adam Cole.
Adam Cole, you think?
I know it's either him or Shayna's going to win the female. Shayna just dropped.
Oh, I think it said
Shane
Shane.
McMahon's going to win the female.
Shayna. No, I'm just saying, like, Shayna dropped the belt. If
Yeah.
they're smart, they keep her off television until the Rumble. Have her come in the Rumble, win the Rumble, go after Becky.
Either that or, like, people are saying Ronda Rousey's coming back. Maybe she pops in.
Ooh, I'd rather see Shayna.
Yeah?
Shayna's a better wrestler, better gimmick, best female heel in the business. I love Shayna, so I'd rather see her do something big than just see Ronda Rousey come back and then flounder in the ring like she does, and then get upset when people boo her.
Yeah.
But I'm supposed to be a hero.
But I'm a good guy.
Say it ain't so.
Yeah, I can say, I don't know. Would Adam Cole be in it because he's the champion?
There's a rumor that when I think Matt's actually the one who brought it up the last time we were together. They are doing 10 NXT, 10 Raw, and 10 SmackDown wrestlers as the Rumble.
For both Rumbles.
And the women's Rumble is just basically the entire women's division. So,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they got less of a roster for
yeah,
women
definitely.
than they do for men.
Oh, yeah. Big time. Yeah, I don't know. Does NXT have 10 women?
No, I doubt it. I think that might be, generous to say that they have 10. They probably have a 7 or 8.
I think they have 10.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, you got, EO, and then there's EO,
EO and EO.
and then there's Johnny's wife. I'm sorry, I'm being rude. She was actually, she actually had a solid match on, I forget, I was watching something with, why can't I not remember Johnny Gargano's wife's name?
Candice LeRae.
Candice LeRae. And I really like her. I actually think she's really good. And I just watched her have a match that was really solid. How about, this is how terrible I am. Zack Ryder's girlfriend. Why am I doing this?
I don't know who he's in.
Isn't he with Emma or whatever?
Green. Something Green. Chelsea Green.
Green, yeah.
Chelsea Green wrestled on Monday Night Raw against
Yeah.
Charlotte. And
I wasn't
she lost.
Yeah, I wasn't too big on that because Deonna Purrazzo was the week before, and they dropped her out to. I think that was Charlotte as well, wasn't it?
No, that was Asuka.
Asuka, yeah, that's right.
Neither one made sense because, like, I understand Asuka because you got to get Asuka over because now she's going to be a threat to Becky. Mm-hmm. But why feed her Deonna Purrazzo when you have so many girls on the roster that stink that aren't even being used?
Exactly.
And then you can build up Purrazzo and Rachel Green, which are both really solid female
Not Rachel
wrestlers.
Green.
Rachel Green.
Chelsea Green.
Rachel
Chelsea
Green
Green.
from France.
So
No one told you life was gonna be this way.
Yeah.
I hate 2019.
But yeah, they could team those two up. Like, there's no tag teams in the women's division.
Yeah.
Like, team up to Purrazzo and Green. Why not?
It just
Well, they're
stinks.
like buds in real life.
Yeah.
IRL.
There's a great match of theirs from DCW on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like, so
recall.
they've known each other long before they got to the Performance Center.
Right.
So, why not? Why not team them up? you're teaming up girls just because they're both Japanese.
That is
We
the
won't
reason.
get into
I mean, right or
it
wrong.
seems like
I know it's like it sounds like ooh, but
We're not getting into Vince McMahon's racism. You're both Japanese. Can you fly a plane? Can you crash it into the other girls? Oh boy. I'm sorry.
oh boy. Oh man,
I cursed.
we're almost done with 2019. We can start a new. We can start a new next show.
So, I mean, can we, before we get into like listing anything, before we get into closing
I
out,
just thought it because you know how the week is like AEW didn't even have a show. They had a
Right.
Dark, but they didn't have a show. Raw and SmackDown are a joke every year for Christmas. Actually, NXT was fun. NXT was a good show. That
I didn't get to see it.
the
but
main event was Leo Rush and Keith Lee versus the one dude with all the abs from 205.
Tony Nese.
Tony Nese
with all the
and-
abs.
Well, all the abs
and
and
Damian Priest.
Yeah,
And it was a really fun, solid match. Because Leo Rush is amazing.
he's fantastic. Keith Leo Rush. They should make them a team for the
Keith
Dusty
Leo
Rhodes.
Rush. We'll call him Keith Leo Rush.
Yeah, Keith Leo Rush for the Dusty Classic, man. That's coming back. Make them a team. They're going to give it to
That would be cool.
Yeah, because they're going to put like we're going to team Finn Balor with whoever, like just slop together
How
two
about
teams.
that? Because we didn't do a show last week. Finn Balor actually losing.
Yeah,
Clean to Adam
Adam
Cole,
Cole.
man. He hit him with a shiny wizard.
Shiny.
I call it the shiny.
the shiny wizard.
After the one girl calls it with the shiniest wizard. What's her name?
What's that? Yeah.
Tegan Knox calls
Tegan
it the
Knox.
shiniest wizard. And then she just hits you with her knee brace. It just looks so brutal. Just a corner of a knee brace into the back of the head.
And how great was that NXT show, man? With last week.
Oh, the Rhea Ripley winning the title.
Yeah, that was really good.
I'm not a Rhea Ripley fan like that, but it was a great match.
The match was killer. Yeah.
She's going to be somebody. She
That-
has a look. She's a totally different character than anybody else on any roster.
There were some impressive matches altogether on that show.
Yeah.
NXT last week, I thought.
Like there was like Kushida and Grimes. I'm not a fan of either of those guys, but they both have put on a really great match.
And Grimes won.
And Grimes won.
There you go, man.
How crazy is that?
I might be unpopular in saying this, but someone who doesn't impress me very much is Killian Dane.
Really?
Doesn't do much for me. I'm like, why jeans? why jeans? Why are we doing that?
My big thing was
What are you, Dean Ambrose?
Yeah.
why didn't he go to UK? Why would you put him back on regular NXT?
Right.
Why wouldn't you put him on UK where his size? Because he looks, even in NXT, he looks significantly smaller than half the guys that are wrestling there. But in UK, he would look like a monster.
Right.
And I didn't even notice because I don't watch UK that much. I didn't know Piper Niven's on the roster.
Yeah.
Finally,
Yeah.
the girl who I thought should have been Nia Jax.
Right. Yeah.
She should have been the monster heel because Piper Niven can do a Michinoku driver. She is awesome.
Her performance on the Mae Young Classic
Fantastic.
was so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she just disappeared.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't get it because they wanted to push that whole like counterculture, like, hey, I'm a bigger girl, but I can still. And Piper Niven was this amazing wrestler who she can work and she had personality and the whole nine. She just faded away. And they're like, here's Nia Jax. I don't want Nia Jax. Well, here she is again. She's like,
Tough. Here. Take it.
She's related to The Rock. You should like her.
So what I was saying before we
Yeah,
get
sorry.
into any lists or anything,
one cares.
let's just talk about the direction of Rassle Rock and for, like where
Inform everybody what's going on.
inform everybody what's been going on.
This
that
is my
sort of
last
thing.
episode ever. I will not be back.
Flip tables.
Pretzels everywhere.
Pretzels going everywhere. Well, we left Wildfire Radio. I touched on this a little bit.
Yeah,
in the
so
little,
I heard that in the
Yeah.
little breakdown that you tried to give. It was like the
Yeah.
For the intro to, was it the intro to the James Ellsworth, or was just the update on things?
The what?
I mean, not the James
Ellsworth?
Ellsworth, the Icarus one.
Same guy.
Same Icarus, James Ellsworth, same guy.
Hey, man with two hands.
No, that was like a little separate thing, but it was cool how we immediately jumped back into doing this from here, from the I don't know, Evolving Studios.
Yeah,
is that what we're calling it? So we're doing this from here for now.
And we will actually be doing from here and every now and then from my old setup in the Uneducated podcast.
Yeah.
And every now and then, get a little change up. A little
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, yeah.
So we'll probably be drunk on mine.
I don't think it's. I
'Cause
don't think I've ever.
I'm developing a new cocktail list, so I've been making drinks.
Oh, jeez.
I was so drunk on Christmas Eve. Trying to make a new cocktail list.
You're just sampling left and right.
Oh yeah, I was on the phone with my work wife, and she was giving me ideas for like certain drinks. She's like, "Why don't you try this and this?" It was Christmas Eve, and I was doing laundry. I'm like, "Yeah, why not?" And next thing I know, by 4:30 in the afternoon, I was hammered.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas, everybody.
So yeah, we're doing this here from now. We're gonna step by Mark's every now and again, switching things up, like you said. We're eventually gonna try and get phone calls back in. We're gonna get like some Skype interviews. The soundboard would be back up and operational, and hopefully better than what we had the last time. So yeah, man, going forward, I think we're doing good.
It's all looking great.
So anybody still listening to us, thank you.
Yes, definitely.
If you have friends that were listening to us and don't know where or what happened to us,
Yeah.
Ignore them. I don't know.
Sorry.
Just let them know we're
I
back. We're trying to get back on our feet. It was
Yeah.
We had some issues with wildfire that was kind of unsavory, I would say, and it kind of frustrated us to no end. Like we could tell all the fun stuff too one of these days.
I don't want to bash them, but yeah,
it was just like
It's
when someone tries to throw such a sudden sudden change of like direction in your path, you either decide to go your own way or continue to be frustrated.
yeah.
And we didn't want to be frustrated anymore, so we went our own way.
No,
Plus,
I just see this because me having a show, you have a show, you have like 7 shows.
we
and
have the
we're all
resources.
and then we're part of your show here. Because this is your show.
apparently.
Sometimes you steer the ship. Sometimes me and Cory just take over. Sometimes Matt takes over and it's hysterical as long as he's not screaming, "Eat my butt." It's hard to make money in this business, and I think what happened was the studio we were working with was not making money, and they were grasping the straws, and a lot of mistakes were being made. We just had to walk away, because it's hard, man. They have like 30 shows on there, and I don't think any of them they were truly making any money from, except for us paying them to be there. So I think because they actually moved to a smaller studio and farther away in New Jersey.
So it would have been more of a financial commitment for us to stay with them than it would be for us to do our own thing, independent of Wildfire.
But it was fun.
Yeah.
So if you've continued to subscribe to our show and you continue to consume our content and you stuck with us and you're a fan of what we're doing, we're also a fan of what you're doing. So thanks and keep it up.
Sorry for the sonic boom of shows that happened over the weekend where it was just like, all right, you know what? Here's 4 of them. Just take 4 shows.
I only got one.
You only got one?
Dropped?
Yeah, it was 238, 239, and then there was the mini explaining episode with the Christmas thing with Burke, and then there was the Icarus interview.
Okay.
So it was like a kink toes.
I apologize.
That
I
came
think
unkinked.
on one of the shows I explained, I opened a new restaurant. I am the bar manager, and I guess I'm in charge of the floor also. So I guess I'm the front of house manager.
Nice.
So I've been in the process of, if I'm not interviewing people, I'm training people. If I'm not in meetings, trying to get liquor companies to give me stuff cheap so I can do specials so we can keep the bar alive, I am asleep. So
And I'm actually not.
Everybody check out the what's the Institute?
the Institute, yeah. If you go to if you're in the Philadelphia area and you're going to, I just tell people this: there's a music venue called Union Transfer. A lot of independent bands tend to play there, from the Growlers to like Interpol.
I just saw Nako there.
Yeah, see,
Saw Nako there.
great
months
venue.
ago.
It's the best acoustics in Philly, and I work at the Fillmore. I still think Union Transfer has the best acoustics.
The Fillmore's acoustics can suck it.
Fillmore's a great venue. I just think Union Transfer is just slightly better. I love it. I'm going to go see the War on Drugs on Monday. I got to work that show, and I'm happy. I'm excited for it. But we're right across the street from that, right on 11th Street. So come check it out. You'll see my surly self behind the bar, or one of the lovely ladies that I hired, or one of the other dudes.
Dudes.
Check out them
Food's actually, dude, I got to admit, this is the best menu all the years I worked at the Institute. This food is dope. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to stop by sometime. Next time I'm in the city. So that's pretty much what's been going on with us. With wrestling, not much has been going on, like we said earlier. Christmas time, New Year's time, it kind of all slows down anyway. Kudos to WWE for actually giving their wrestlers like some time off this time.
Yeah, 4 days, 5 days.
Kudos.
I don't like. We've been talking about that, and a lot of people have been talking about. I just don't get it with the not level. I guess the collection of wrestlers they have. They could easily give guys off.
Oh, that's why I said they could do seasons.
Yeah.
Not even seasons. Like, have a guy like just do an injury angle, or have a guy finish a feud and then go off television for like 2 months and then show back up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and keep them fresh instead of like running the same 7 to 10 guys like into the ground working 300 days a year.
They have enough people.
They have enough people. But
enough
instead, all we do is see, you know, and I'm a huge fan of them, but you see AJ, you see, you know, it's Bobby Lashley, it's, you know,
Ricochet,
Baron Corbin.
yeah.
Right? It's like the same 10 guys over and over and over again to the point where nobody even wants to see them.
Mm-hmm.
And then they come out with the worst video game they've ever come out with.
That's why I didn't buy this game.
Yeah, I didn't buy it either.
Oh my god!
My wife usually gets this for Christmas for me for every year, and I told her not to even bother.
Don't
this year.
bother this
No,
year.
I don't even want this game for free. Me and Corey were just playing WWE 2K20, and it's very, very not good.
Oh man! And like,
You guys should do like a video that like videotape you guys selves playing it and have one on the screen and just show all the dumb stuff that happens in the game.
right? Can you put that on your YouTube channel?
I probably can, yeah.
Yeah, let's try to set that up for like a streaming.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we could do it through the like whatever the screenplay is on the
On PlayStation?
Let's talk about this later.
Yeah.
But, like,
Sorry for this peek behind the curtain, folks. Yeah, man. Where was I going with that before we started talking about video
one
games?
cares.
you were talking about the holiday season.
You're probably right.
And people getting some days off and
Kudos.
So
I forget where I was going. Somebody else.
So the direction of the WWE going into 2020 was that kind of the direction you were going in, or was it wrapping up 19?
Probably. Oh no, I know what I wanted to say. So they had a show at Madison Square Garden. Did you guys hear about this? They had a show. It was just a regular house show.
NXT had some matches. I saw some of those.
I didn't see that.
You're talking about Andrade?
Yeah. Andrade ended up beating Rey Mysterio for the United States title.
Oh, I did not.
Is Ray hurt again?
I don't know. He looked all right. I saw a clip from it, and he looked fine.
I was gonna say I saw a clip too, and in the ring he looked fine, but I didn't know. Maybe it's because it's MSG, and they always like to have a big shocker in MSG all the time when they do a show there. And then I know R-Truth lost the belt.
Yeah.
To the Singh brothers, and then one of the Singh brothers pinned the other one.
Yeah.
And then R-Truth won the belt again, but there wasn't.
Did R-Truth do a thing where he was dressed in drag and it like pissed people off or something?
I didn't hear that.
He just has long hair. That's all.
He had like a blonde
Haters.
wig on, like he was like dressed like Carmella or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
It's R-Truth. He
Maybe I
can do
just
whatever
saw
he
some
wants.
clickbait thing. Maybe
Probably. It's R-Truth. He can do whatever he
click
wants. He's
clickbait,
hysterical.
Really? But I saw a thing that was like, people are upset. And then it showed a little picture of him in drag.
That guy's harmless, and he's absolutely hysterical. So if people hate on R-Truth, they need to be punched in the face. Seriously.
Very, very true.
So should we start this? Or
Yeah, let's.
I just listed. You run the show, so you get to go down the list here.
Do I? All right. Well, it's the end of 2019. It's the end of the decade, but we're not going to go.
No,
I can't even remember.
When I brought up this idea, I did not want to do decade.
No.
I don't think any of us had time except for Matt. To
No.
go back. Matt's the only one to watch his stuff from. Well, he's in the 80s. He's not.
Yeah,
even
he watches like 93. So
Yeah.
he could do the best of 93.
We should have a quote to do that one year. The best of the decade for 93 would be fun.
But yeah, we can run down the best of 2019. Best tag team of 2019. What do you guys think? Because I think I have to give to AEW, right?
You can, yeah.
Because WWE didn't really do anything this year with tag teams or any year.
Okay.
Pretty much. Like pick a year and it was a bad year.
Who
for
would you
tag
go
teams.
at Who would you go in
AEW? Probably the Lucha Brothers, only because they split them up for a while, and Ray Phoenix really started to shine, and that made me like the team more somehow. just like, okay, there's a little something going on. He refuses to shake everybody's hand, and there's stuff going on there. I want to see more of that.
Yeah, Pentagon's the bigger personality, but if you ever watch talent-wise,
Phoenix is amazing.
He's awesome.
The match he had with Matt Jackson was fantastic. So yeah, that's who I got.
You going with the Lucha Brothers?
Lucha Brothers.
It's not a bad pick. I absolutely enjoy every match they've been in all year.
Yeah, they're good.
Mm-hmm.
They good.
They're good.
They good.
Corey Castle says they're good.
Lucha Bros.
Lucha.
What are you thinking, buddy?
I say probably the Revival. They've been impressive, and they won both Raw and the SmackDown tag titles in the year, and they stuck it out like as being. Look, man, it's a tough team it's tough to be a team that competes with like the family friendly names such as like the New Day and the Usos and like families like kids love those teams and be like, nah, we're just what we are and you gotta just accept it.
Yeah.
And like hate us if you want to, but we're gonna be bruisers. So
bruisers.
I'm gonna say the Revival.
Yeah, mine was a tough one. I was gonna pick Undisputed.
Yeah.
Because Red Dragon, Riley and Fisher, they're just amazing. But I have to go with the Young Bucks. They had an amazing feud with the Lucha Brothers, SCU, wrestling. What are they now? Power and Pride and Power, or whatever they're called.
Something like that.
Ortiz
and Santana.
Santana and Ortiz. And they don't push themselves. They're running a company, and they have these amazing matches, and they're letting all these other teams look good. And actually, they're raising all these teams up. Mm-hmm. You know, even they had a really good match with Private Party, where Private Party beat them in the tag tournament. And now Private Party's getting cheered like crazy. Like I think what they did for the tag division to help show that, hey, like we're taking it seriously. Whereas WWE, it's like, oh wait, the OC's like hot, and then the next thing you know, the OC loses 3 weeks later.
Yeah, and
then the next thing you know, it's like, who is it? Braun Strowman with who? Like they keep throwing like, hey, look at this.
Like that. You said the 50-50 booking.
Yeah,
like they do that crazy with.
It's awful, but they do it with everybody. It's not just tag teams.
It's not only the 50-50 booking. It's the let's slap Rude and Ziggler together, and then they win the belts, and then do nothing with Rude and Ziggler after that.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, how come they won the belts when there's like 6 tag teams that are actually established?
A lack of momentum.
Yeah, it's just weird, man. It's weird.
Yeah, I haven't been too keen with the WWEs introducing people. Like we were just talking about Peraza and Green, both losing their opening, their debut matches, and then you had Carrillo, whatever his name is, Humberto Carrillo. Carrillo. Yeah. He lost like his first 3 matches when he debuted.
And he kept getting title matches.
Yeah.
Like, let's give him another match against AJ Styles for the United States Championship.
For him to lose.
Why? Why though?
Because he takes a style clash from the second rope really nicely. That's all it is.
And
then you got like Drew Gulak debuting on
he's got pretty
SmackDown.
dimples, though.
And he kept on losing over and over again. So, I mean, they just do that. So hopefully, we'll see something come out of that eventually, but I'm hoping something comes out of Tucker and Otis with. Did you see that on SmackDown with what's her name? Mandy Rose.
They're putting him with Mandy Rose.
I guess.
They've had a thing going. This has actually been a storyline that's been going on since NXT.
Oh, really?
Like I guess they became friends in NXT, and he does like this whole thing where he's like madly in love with her all the time. Because I think she's with Tino Sabatelli. He like disappeared. I think he tore. I know he tore some kind of ACL or something like that.
Yeah, I haven't seen him.
Yeah, I mean, I was impressed with some of his performances. It was pretty cool because like I saw him from. I remember that like Breaking Ground show.
Yeah.
He was on that show for a minute.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, I wonder if this guy's gonna be any good. And then like a couple months went by and I wasn't paying attention. And I saw him again. I was like, oh wow, he's really improved. That guy.
Yeah, he's a good wrestler. There's just something about him that he doesn't connect. That's what he's got to figure out. Once he figures that part out, like he's got the look, the build, like he's actually talented. He's a guy just for some reason he still doesn't connect with the audience or find a way to be a solid heel yet. Once he gets over that part, like I think
he should embrace how it's hard to relate to him, why he doesn't connect, and maybe that will connect to people. Hey, we have a common screw you factor to this guy.
That makes sense.
Screw you, Sabatelli.
I mean, he's a talented guy. I think he tore his ACL or something. I can't remember. He's been off television for almost a year now. So, him and his one partner, they were in a tag team, and they started to build those guys up, and then they just disappeared, both of them.
Sabbath, tell you what, you ain't gonna be on TV for a year.
Best show, best overall show. Doesn't have to be a pay-per-view. Just
Oh no, because like we said,
It was like a brand.
I don't know how you YouTubers do it. Or what culture? I guess because they have a whole entire backing of people like interns doing.
Yeah.
But to know exactly which pay-per-view is the best,
yeah,
and to go over all the like WWE has a pay-per-view every 3 to 5 weeks,
yeah.
and then you think NXT takeovers, you put in AEW, you put in
Just random network shows
New
like
Japan.
Smackville,
you put in New Japan.
Starcade.
Starcade. Yeah,
Yeah, you throw in a stupid Starcade here.
Two,
and there.
was there like 2 Starcades this year?
I don't know.
I feel like there was.
Could have been.
You throw in a couple Impact pay-per-views. Like I couldn't tell you what the greatest show is.
No.
I know to me the most enjoyable. That's what I didn't put. But we can figure that out. I was thinking best match too, if you can even think of that. But blah blah blah. It's just I couldn't remember what a pay-per-view. So I was thinking we go from New Japan, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, AEW, and Matt's favorite NWA Power, and say what you thought was the best show this year. I mean, it's easy for me. It's going to be NXT.
Oh yeah.
When AEW came out and they went and NXT needed to step up, they stepped up. And then when they did their whole SmackDown brand split, they stepped up even again. And quality of show. AEW has its high points, man. They have some really cool guys there, and Jericho's murdering it.
Yeah.
And so's Moxley, and so's Pac, and all those other guys. But I just think NXT, segment by segment, match by match, I don't think anybody can beat that show right now. And their takeovers are near perfect pay-per-views every time they're on the air.
It's like Matt said many times. It's like their takeovers aren't too long. They're just the right amount of time.
Yeah, 2.5 hours, and you're out.
Yeah.
And
it's great.
5 matches that are all, like, we're not going to get on the Meltzer, because it's not a Japanese match, so he's not going to rate them well, but they're all easily 4, almost 5-star matches. I've never seen pay-per-views that are that good.
Yeah.
Is that me? I'm eating the microphone. Am I like super low as always?
Hey, you're good.
All right.
Yeah, I agree. NXT's has killed it at least since they did the USA move. They've been killing it. Like before then, it was like they had their weekly hour show, and it was good.
They had some lulls, like everybody. I mean, creatively, you can't really be like on point every show. I mean, now they are. I don't because I mean they have to be, but you're gonna have some lulls. I think they were dealing with like new character developments after every time they start getting some guys going, and Vince is like, I want them, and he steal. I think Triple H just told a story about that, how he turned around, and Vince is like, I want these girls on the main roster, and he's like, that's the entire women's division, and Vince is like, no, it's not. And he turned around and gave him the list, and it was the entire women's division, and he had to fight to keep Bayley and Asuka, and he took everybody. Remember, and that's when Dana Brooke and the Iconics went up, and none of those girls were ready, and they all
Dana Brooke did all right on Raw this week, though. Right?
She's getting better.
She did all right. I didn't have any problems with her performance.
I don't even hate her. Like I think she's an adorable person. If you ever watch the ride along, the one I was saying where the OC's on it, she's on there with Mojo Rawley on the other side of the ride. She seems like a really nice person, and it's just I don't think she had enough time, man, to learn, and they pulled her up to the main roster way too fast.
Who this match the match that I saw, I'm pretty sure it was on NXT this week. It was like some really big Australian guy, but he killed it this week.
The big chubby dude.
Yeah,
oh,
he had like red kick pads.
Yeah.
Can't remember his name, but
was that the guy that went against Roderick Strong?
Yeah, no, Roderick Strong.
Because that was the guy who debuted,
he went up against the guy from Evolve that Matt weeks ago was saying was going to be the next. He should be a world champion immediately. Austin. Something Austin. He was the Evolve world champion.
Yeah.
And then he
was a young, like 23-year-old.
Because they brought the other girl up from Evolve to wrestle Bianca Belair, Shotzi.
Shotzi, yeah.
Yeah, she looked fantastic too.
Yeah.
She had a great showing. NXT was fun, man, for a Christmas show, and they really weren't, putting the pedal to the metal.
Because it came from 2 different places too, right? It was like one from Full Sail and one somewhere else. I forget, Barclays Center or something.
Well,
like that.
wherever they wrestled the week before, it was you could tell it was the SmackDown set.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they did a mini NXT after the SmackDown show last week.
But yeah, I'm going with. You going with NXT as well, Corey? Yeah.
That's unanimous. I dude.
Matt would probably say NWA Power. But.
NWA Power's doing some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Like I said, AEW, that would be my easy second right now. I think they're doing a lot of cool stuff and a lot of different stuff. Some of it really sucks, but stuff that they are doing right is really fun, really good.
I only watched the first 2 episodes of Power. I've never gone back, and not because I don't want to, because I do want to. I just didn't find the time, and I'm not on YouTube enough.
We don't get paid for this, guys, so we can't sit here and research all
Right.
this stuff all day.
We have actual jobs we have to go to. But yeah, I'm digging NWA Power still. I missed the last. They did like a Christmas episode, and I missed it. But I missed their pay-per-view as well. That End of the Fire show happened on the 14th.
Already sold out. Good
yeah.
for them.
Yeah, I mean they're killing it still. I'm curious to see how Wade Barrett is on commentary.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I'm.
There's one that I think AEW dropped the ball on. Could you imagine if it was like JR and Wade Barrett on commentary instead of Excalibur, who Excalibur has? He's a guy, like, he doesn't bother me, but there's certain things he says. Like, whenever they do a move and he like makes that weird, like almost like he's grunting when he's saying the words, it kind of annoys me. But he's not bad. He's not as bad as everybody says he is.
Best female wrestler 2019. I'm gonna have to go with Baszler. Because she just crushed it all year. Like, I forget when she won the title. I think it was last year sometime. But she just, like, plowed through everybody and didn't lose it until just now.
Yeah.
You know, she lost it to Ripley in probably one of the, like, biggest, most emotional title changes, like, since WrestleMania.
Yeah, it was huge.
Because when you hold the belt for a while, it means something when you finally lose the belt.
Yeah, I know.
And she had it for almost 2 years.
Vince.
I think,
Listen to that, Vince.
I think, how many weeks in a row did we say who wins wrestling was Becky Lynch?
Yeah.
But her luster kind of
It kind of died out. Yeah, I mean it's
but impressive 2019.
absolutely.
Like, it's a shame they finally gave a woman the cover of a video game, but it was the worst video game they've ever put out.
True, but I mean, look, you got to think like the whole Becky Two Belts thing. Like she headlined WrestleMania.
Yeah.
First woman to ever win the main event of WrestleMania. She beat Ronda Rousey. You know,
WrestleMania.
What's that?
Impresslemania.
Yes. That was a big feel good moment.
Putting on my fingers.
We're going nuts with
Name
this
of the
icing.
episode.
So are you going with Becky?
Yes, I'm going to say Becky Lynch.
I mean, it's not a bad pick. I was going to say the same thing you were going to say. Is like, if it was still like March,
Right.
Becky hands down.
Oh yeah.
By WrestleMania time, there was no one bigger, no one more impactful in all wrestling, even the men, than Becky. But I just think over the year, I have to go the same with Rick. Shayna had the better matches.
Yeah.
Her gimmick's better than everybody else's.
Mm-hmm.
She's legit. She's one of those people. She's really got her finisher is over.
Yeah.
Like she's put everybody in that finisher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, nothing would be more over than probably building towards Becky Lynch, Shayna Baszler for Mania this upcoming year. 2020 WrestleMania, Shayna Baszler, Becky Lynch.
I just hope they don't hotshot it and it's like one of the matches on the Rumble.
Right.
I really would like to see Shayna win the Rumble and then go after Becky.
Right.
Well, I think they confirmed that it's going to be Asuka and Becky at the Rumble.
Yeah, Asuka's gonna lose, which sucks, but
It does suck, but I don't think it's
tag champ. So
I don't think it's going to hurt Asuka at all.
doesn't hurt Asuka because she's my favorite.
Is Io hurt?
Yeah, she got a concussion at the last TLC.
That wasn't Io. That was
I'm sorry. You meant Kyrie.
Kyrie. That's what I meant. I'm glad you knew what I meant. Yeah, but Io, dude.
Lesson, pal.
She did really good on NXT this past week too.
Io's right.
Io, yeah.
Well, that's why she's considered the best wrestler in the world.
She's a killer. What's the next category on your thing?
I was gonna say I didn't put it on there, but I was gonna say best newcomer female. I have to go with what's her name from AEW, Statlander, is it? The Alien.
Oh yeah.
She's been killing it, and she's the fastest rising star they have in the female division on NXT.
Yeah,
I mean on AEW, she's killing it.
And
AEW or whatever.
She's a silly goose. That one.
I like the character. It's weird. It doesn't make sense, but it's getting over, and people are backing her up. She has a great look.
I'm pretty sure she's a Wrestle Pro, like Creative Pro from that school, which is like a lot of people come out of there. That's
yeah.
I think dude,
I can't stop being impressed.
Kurt Hawkins, Kurt Hawkins school. I think.
Yeah, I didn't even know he had a school.
Maybe Pat Buck. I don't know. All that New York scene, but I was on a show with her WrestleMania weekend this year.
Mm-hmm.
But she seemed like a silly goose. Didn't really watch a whole lot of her stuff, but excited for her success. She seemed like a nice person.
AEW needs it right now. Their women's division's hurting. It's a mess. It's not going. If you can maybe put it on this girl's back and make her something, they really need it. They don't have a big name. I mean, their biggest name is Awesome Kong, and they're not doing anything with her. So, I mean, Rio's not doing it. Nobody cares about Rio Rey because they took off television too long. So hopefully this works out. What's the next one I put on here?
He put most influential.
I was trying to figure out a way to do this because I really just wanted to give kudos to Jericho.
Oh yeah.
It was like no one's I guess reinvention would be a better one.
Okay.
We'd probably put Moxley and Pac and a couple of the other guys in that list.
Yeah.
And even probably Bray.
Mm-hmm. Definitely Bray.
I just think what Jericho's doing in AEW is the only thing that's truly great right now going on. I mean, a lot of people like what Cody's doing. Jericho's going in the ring with guys nobody's ever heard of. He made Jungle Boy look like a star last week.
Yeah.
He made Scorpio Sky, who all of us knew how good Scorpio Sky was, but a lot of people didn't know who that guy really was.
Right.
And of course, Christopher Daniels and the other guy always calls the wrong name.
Frankie Kazarian.
I was going to say Kazarian, but I was like, am I wrong? They know how good he is because they're basically grooming him.
Right.
And he's with them. Like, I think what Jericho's doing is being a champion and being almost like that old territorial champion where he keeps the belt, but he's there to make stars. He's there to make those people better so you cheer for those other people.
Scorp's been around for a long time, man.
That's what I mean. And now he's a bigger name than he ever was now that he wrestled Jericho. No, Darby Allin, nobody would have cheered Darby Allin until he had that match with Jericho. Now he's coming out and they love him. I mean, what he's doing for like these guys and building them up is fantastic. And then he's just a soundbite king all year. You know, he's throwing out these one-liners and they're all getting picked up. There was a dude sitting in my bar last night wearing a Chris Jericho shirt, and I asked him, I was like, you watch any other shows? He's like, no. And I asked him why. He's like, you're looking at the shirt right now. It's like the only reason I watch AEW is Jericho. So I thought a few of the guys, man, really reinvented himself, but I thought he was the top guy.
Le champion. I agree with you with Jericho, but just to throw another name out there is Daniel Bryan. Yeah. Just because he reinvented himself twice this year. He went from the weird like the vegan Daniel Bryan
general manager, then to he was.
Was that this year? He was general manager.
I think he was general manager this year, and
no, he's still a bad guy. He was a bad guy because he wrestled Brock already, so he was already in that I punched AJ in the balls and stole his belt thing.
Right.
And he was doing that whole the sustainable belt.
Right.
He had the wooden hemp belt.
Yeah.
But yeah, he that crazy gimmick, which was awesome, and I really think what happens was Fox forced them back into a face position because they want the yes chance.
Mm-hmm.
I think Fox was forcing because Brian. You can tell Brian wasn't done with that storyline yet, and you could tell it was going somewhere. I think it was supposed to lead to him and Roman again, and it just they put him with the Fiend, which I'll get into that on the next one, but because it's really interesting because someone brought it up on we bring his name up a lot, Simon Miller's podcast last week.
Yeah, and
it's the most brilliant thing I've ever heard, and I never realized it till now. So,
is Simon Miller the podcast you showed me?
No, that's the What Culture Wrestling.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
He's the best thing. Like I said, when What Culture fell apart and they went to whatever the other website is, and they took Adam Blampier, which Adam Blampier was their biggest guy, and then he faded away on the other show. Over some dumb stuff. Simon Miller was the only one that stayed on the other show, and he was the only one that was good. And if you ever watch any of the other videos, those guys suck. They're negative. They're those typical like nerd negative.
Oh God, yeah. The
Type
what was it? Get the
type
round
nerd
table
negative?
or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah, well, you look at them; they're all frail dudes.
Yeah.
The one guy's like the worst, like wannabe hipster. He's got the super long beard with glass, and they trash wrestlers. And it's like
Yeah.
all of you total weigh 200 pounds, and you're sitting there just trashing wrestlers. It's like I don't like dudes like that. Simon goes out; he actually wrestles. He's like,
Yeah.
I respect his opinion better. He stays, you know. There you go. It's my best podcaster for besides us.
Besides us, yes, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Who you going with?
For what? Best
what?
podcaster?
Yeah, best influential.
Influential.
Like,
Oh, I was gonna say JR, dude. JR.
really?
Yeah.
Really?
I love JR's podcast. I listen to it every
Oh,
time.
we're talking about podcasts.
Still t-
Yeah, well, influential. Yeah, I mean,
influential as well.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
you can add that. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, he's got such a perspective that really teaches people things that they didn't know they wanted to know. Like in what world would I give half of a crap about Starrcade '88? But I'll listen to that episode because I care about JR's opinion.
Yeah.
Read his book. If you haven't read his book, it's great.
Yeah, I have.
I feel like I have. I think you lent it to me, actually.
Okay,
Yeah. But yeah, even if you're talking about like reinvention, like listening to JR on AEW compared to like what he was back in
Right.
like the Attitude Era, completely different.
The best thing about JR and AEW is when wrestlers come up and he has no idea who they are. And they do that on purpose because they want his like natural
reaction, yeah.
And he just sounds like he doesn't care and he's frustrated. I love it because he's so great. It still doesn't matter. I love him.
How about some best gimmick?
This is where I was going. I think Bray Wyatt has killed it. You can say reinvention, yeah, but it's actually an extension more than a reinvention.
Yeah. It's sort of like you could tell the promos he was cutting as the Eater of Worlds would evolve into this.
Yeah,
and
it
totally makes sense.
He's basically the bad guy was hurt, and now he's trying to get revenge on everybody that came after the bad guy. But he sees himself as the good guy, and it's really weird. And we were talking like that match stunk. The Miz and Bray Wyatt, that match was terrible. But on a storyline and storyline progression, it was fantastic. Mm-hmm. Bray actually not being the Fiend and still winning because Miz never did anything wrong to him. Mm-hmm. So he just came out and he played, the Mr. Rogers, Bray Wyatt, and wrestled him as a normal dude.
And then Daniel Bryan came out and took the hood off and was like
clean shaven or whatever.
Here's the thing I was saying that was mentioned on Simon Miller's, which was brilliant. I didn't realize it. They're using the Fiend as a reset button. So he wrestles these guys who are stagnant or stuck in a position. Finn Balor, Seth Rollins. Everybody's hating on Seth Rollins. When he beats them as the Fiend, they go back to their original person. So now Finn Balor's the Prince again. Prince Devitt from Japan. Yeah. Seth Rollins is a heel again. Daniel Bryan's the American Dragon again.
Right.
And it has a look, and it's like they're using him as like a kayfabe reset button, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Think about it. You have this wrestler who can't get over. He's stagnant. Nobody knows what to do with him. Fiend goes out, destroys him. He comes back a couple weeks later as the character that people knew him as years ago, and he has a chance to reinvent himself.
Well, like losses used to be the reset button, and now wins and losses don't matter.
Well, WWE killed that. So now you have this Undertaker-ish type character where everything's just dumb and doesn't make sense and isn't real, but it's fun.
What do you think of the rumor that Bo Dallas might be coming back as a character with the Fiend? What do you guys think of that?
I always hear rumors. There was rumors when he was supposed to come. They thought he was going to join the Wyatt family too.
Yeah. I don't know. Those rumors are about the whole Liv Morgan thing.
By the way, best thing in the whole Miz promos when he was going back and forth, he's like, I had a family. And then they showed clips of the Wyatt
Clips of the Wyatt family, yeah.
And I just like how they keep tying him in that like everything's from his past and this whole character is just a twisted version of Bray Wyatt. I love it. I think it's the best gimmick in wrestling. I think runner-up is maybe Luchasaurus.
I can see that. I think that's just more over. Like what is his actual gimmick? He's a dinosaur, but he's...
Well, it's a gimmick.
Like, yeah, he just wears a mask, I guess. I mean, if it was anybody from AEW, I'd probably give it to Dark Order, just because those vignettes are killing it.
Did you see the botch? Did you guys see the botch?
I didn't understand
Which
it,
one?
'cause I couldn't get a good clip and see what was going on.
Oh, they have all the minions or whatever in the masks.
Yeah.
They jumped Dustin Rhodes at the end of the show, and one of the extras was like doing the weakest shots and like punching the mat next to Dustin Rhodes' head.
Oh,
and he was
really?
selling it, and
I
it
just saw the tweet from Randy Orton.
Yeah.
I was laughing. Randy was just trashing him.
everybody tweeted about it. It got real viral. Anybody listening to this show, you probably heard about it. You probably already watched the video, but
I couldn't see it. Like every copy of the video was so grainy.
do you follow WrestleBotch on Instagram?
No.
You should follow them.
Is it on there?
Yeah.
But the Dark Order, like nobody knew what was going on with them, and they stunk. And now they finally started doing the vignettes, like, "Oh, you're a loser wrestler, come join the Dark Order." And I kind of like it. Now you know all these weird minions behind them are just failed wrestlers that they twisted into their little cult. And
that's
like
the reason why they can't throw accurate punches because they're just failed wrestlers.
Isn't Alex Riley one of them now?
Is he really?
There's a rumor that he's come in. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
A-Rye.
Good old A-Rye. Best wrestler of the decade. We're going back to 2011, folks.
Jesus. Never liked that dude.
How about best wrestler? I guess this is overall.
You know best wrestler at all?
That's what you got next there.
Yeah, I just threw worst wrestler in case we had time. Yeah, I'll go first. Adam Cole. It was tough. Like Seth Rollins, as much as people hate him consistently, he's put on some great matches all year. But I just hate Seth Rollins. I don't like him as a heel now either, except for, I kind of like the thing they did with Samoa Joe when he just walked by him and finished him and just pointed and walked away.
Yeah.
If he stays less like whiny and yelly and he's more like almost like steering the ship, like I kind of like it. But Adam Cole, no one's stepped up more than he has in the last year. His match with Daniel Bryan, his Raw match with God, who was he in Raw with? It was phenomenal too.
I think it was Seth, wasn't it?
Seth, it was Seth. And then just the takeovers, his two matches with Johnny Gargano.
Yeah.
Johnny was going to be my guy. I was going to pick him as the best wrestler in the world, in the year, but with him being injured, not being able to tie into that whole SmackDown, the Survivor Series thing, I didn't know where it was going to. But Adam Cole, just that whole Survivor thing, he killed it. He absolutely killed it.
I think Adam Cole's probably my pick as well. I think it was the first NXT. This would probably be my match of the year if we're doing one. I think it was either the first time they were on USA or the first time they went up against AEW. It was Adam Cole and Matt Riddle.
Yes,
and that was that killed that was like my favorite match of friggin' forever. Like I kept on rewinding bits of it. Like I can't believe they just did that and then that and then that and then that. Like it just kept on flowing. Like everything flew into each other, and it was just great from start to finish. What do you think?
Oh boy, I don't know.
If I had to pick a second one, it would be Keith Lee because that's my
he
boy.
does some impressive things. Yeah, it's tough to pick, man. So many people that had some really good years.
Yeah,
I mean, I want to say Adam Cole, but I don't want to be the same as everybody else.
Right.
But
you had to pick a second one.
There's a lot of guys that had stellar years, but then, like we said, man, there's so much wrestling going on that it fades in the background.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to say probably Daniel Bryan.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as a wrestler,
it's not a bad pick.
undeniably skilled and talented in every way, and his character development has improved so much.
Dude, his promos against Kofi and then his promos against Bray, like just bookended him so well for the year.
Right.
Just show how good he really is.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter what you do to him, the guy gets it over. You want to ruin his career, he gets it over. Hi, how you doing?
No. I think I'm dying.
Oh, one of them's dying.
Go ahead, talk about yourself.
But if you're going to say best match of the year, I'm still going to go with Daniel Bryan versus Kofi. Emotionally, I don't think there was any other match.
Such a emotional match.
My runner-up would be the one where Johnny Gargano beat Cole in I forgot which takeover it was. But that's like, where do you pick? We were talking about Adam Cole being the best wrestler. Like, where do you pick his best match all year? That Matt Riddle match, amazing. Daniel Bryan, amazing. His entire feud with Johnny Gargano I was raving about them all in the beginning of the year when I was on the show, how great they were. I don't know, you're creeping me out. What are you doing?
Sorry. Memory card's full on this one.
Uh-oh.
So I got to switch.
So we got to do a wide angle.
Wide angle, everybody.
Wide angle.
Try not to just get the back of your head.
I don't care. Get my white chin in there.
Sorry, everybody. Camera problems. You know how it is, YouTubers. Am I right? Like, comment, share, and subscribe. All right.
Yeah, man, that was pretty much the year of wrestling.
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, we go dumb stuff like worst wrestler.
Nia Jax. Did she wrestle this year?
Wrestled in the Rumble and then
There you go.
blew both her knees out in the Rumble. And
I
that
heard
was
she's
it.
coming back too, and I'm like, no, please don't. Keep her away.
She didn't really wrestle in 19. Did I just not notice that?
She blew her knees out in the Rumble.
Yeah.
Female Rumble. There's a scene where she did a move and then she's just sitting on the apron, like on the edge of the apron, and you can tell there was something wrong. And then they basically knocked her out of the ring, and that was she blew her knees out.
That was the men's rumble, wasn't it?
What?
Oh yeah, yeah.
She
She took everybody's moves and stuff.
Yeah.
That was a moment for her and for
That was a moment.
that happened. That was a thing that happened.
And then they tried to make Jon Moxley make out with her or whatever that was after that.
I don't remember that.
Was that before that time? Was that right before you left? I don't remember.
It was the Raw after Royal Rumble. Where,
Was it?
I don't know about him making out. I don't remember that, but
Well,
I remember
they
him
did
like
that thing where
challenging.
She was going to beat him. They were going to actually job him out to Nia Jax.
Right, I remember
Nia Jax looked more legit. They were going to have Jon Moxley lay down for her.
Right.
There you go. Greatest podcast episode of the year. Jon Moxley.
Oh, yeah. Jericho's
on
podcast.
Chris Jericho.
Oh yeah.
I never heard such rage, and he was trying to be calm.
Yeah.
You could hear it in his voice, just the anger, and like the gimmicks they were trying to run over him. I didn't enjoy a podcast like that since Punk, when Punk left WWE and
Well,
finally shut up.
If you enjoy podcasts, you should listen to every episode of my podcast, Evolving with Corey Castle,
Bunch of
available on
shills.
Spotify.
They're all a bunch of shills.
iTunes. There's some really good episodes on there. But yeah, I mean, I've been having such a good time with you guys this whole year.
It was a fun year, man.
And,
We did a lot of fun stuff.
You know, I'm excited about 2020. Barbara Walters. This is 2020.
Crazy thing is, it only got better. Remember when we were talking in the beginning of the year, like with the exception of the Kofi storyline, wrestling was a really bad spot.
Yeah.
And then AEW came out in May, and WWE finally stepped up their game, and then, you know, NWA dropped their show, which you either like it or not, and then Impact's been doing some cool stuff, even though I don't know anybody on Impact.
I haven't paid attention to Impact in a while.
No.
New Japan's doing their thing. You know, it's a good time, man.
Yeah, I heard Tessa Blanchard's killing it. But that's all I've heard.
I have not heard a thing. Not good or bad. I've heard nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, man. We should have done Who Wins Wrestling for the best wrestler of the year. Who wins wrestling for the year? Shall we do it? Who wins wrestling? Blah 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 blah. If we're doing this week, I'm picking Samoa Joe because that was cool as hell.
Yeah, the angle.
He's like, I'm not moving.
When he was sitting in the chair, he's like,
Yeah.
"Nah, man, if I get up, you guys are in trouble."
Yeah,
And then,
that was cool as hell.
Yeah, it was.
That was baller right there, man.
well, it looks like there's a rumor that he's up for a big push once he's healthy. I think they're going to give him I think this is going to be his last hurrah. I think he's going to have one last really good run and retire. But I'll tell you right now, he's stellar on the mic. So as soon as he retires wrestling, man, you better put him in a booth
Oh yeah,
and let him kill it.
he's really good.
Who wins wrestling? Who wins?
Who rings?
I don't know.
Corey, are you
See a lot
looking
of
up?
wrestling this week?
This week in wrestling, who wins wrestling?
Yeah,
this
who
week?
would win this week?
I'm going with AJ Styles because he phenomenal forearmed Randy Orton in the middle of the ring.
That's true.
And I'm sick of watching Randy Orton beat AJ Styles, so that's kind of nice.
Although Aleister Black with that damn what is that kick called?
Black Mask.
The Black Mask. Yeah, oh my God, kicked Buddy Murphy's face clean off.
Did it at the pay-per-view, too. By the way, best match of the night on that pay-per-view. Awesome.
That looked awesome. Yeah,
Awesome match. Broke his nose, everything. That was just...
gross,
Oh, I loved
gross
it.
in the best way.
I loved it.
Oh man,
Corey, what do you got? Come on,
I
man.
can't think of anything this week.
Santa wins. that.
Santa wins. Won
you
the
know-
24/7 title.
You know who loses wrestling?
Who?
the fans.
Why?
Who had to sit through the Miracle on 34th Street fight.
Yeah,
all those street fight gimmicks, I hate them.
Yeah.
I'm going to hate them forever. I've always hated them. Don't do them anymore.
You know what? If fans did win, Otis dropped his ham.
Otis dropping his ham, yeah.
It's really like, it wouldn't be as bad if they were shorter. Like, they feel like such a waste of so much time. Like, you can waste time, sure, but don't waste a lot of it.
Don't waste a lot of time. Yeah.
So,
I'd say so.
enough of those
Happy New Year.
trick-or-treat street fights and the
Yeah,
Miracle on 34th Street. Stop it.
Stop it. Just stop it already. Although I do like the Thanksgiving food fights.
Who doesn't win wrestling? Joey Janela for coming out in a Santa Claus costume.
I didn't see this. What was this?
And then I had to watch Sean Spears' job to Joey Janela.
Oh, no.
And Joey Janela looks like he's my height or smaller. And he beat Sean Spears.
I'm tired of that whole angle. Like I
Sean Spears left WWE because all he did was job to everybody. And all he does is job to everybody.
yeah. With Tully Blanchard in his corner.
Why? And did you hear the rumor that Ryback may be coming?
To AEW?
Yeah, there's a
Oh
rumor.
my God.
Here's the thing. I already am not watching it, and that's not gonna change my mind.
How many people are going, what? Ryback? Give me the remote.
Feed me more of that channel.
Yes.
Hold on, can I go back on his podcast where he trashes wrestlers that are way better than him? I love listening to him talk about the business. Like, you stunk. You were good. Stop talking about some guys way better than you. Or some female that's way better than you.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Half the female roster is better than you ever were. Like, don't even try to comment on wrestling. I hate it. I get it. Like, you have an opinion that you've been there and you understand it, but it's like, you stunk.
Stuck on ice.
He was like,
He was like steroid guy.
Steroid guy.
Steroid guy.
Where's that steroid guy at?
he was like, he's like Gene Snitsky with a more memorable catchphrase.
Oh my god.
Like, that's
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah, there was a rumor that he's coming. Not that they, Marty Scurll, whatever he's doing on NWA, he's going to actually go hang with the boys and go there. It's Ryback. We
Cool.
lose
I saw
the fans lose wrestling.
I saw an image of Marty scroll buttons. I saw a image of him standing next to someone. Maybe it was at Power or something.
Yeah.
And he looked real little.
He's not a big guy.
I did not realize he was so little.
No.
I never saw one of his matches. I don't
Really?
I don't know anything about.
He's really good.
I just knew that he's Deanna's boyfriend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
So like I try to watch as much as I can with my work schedule, and I've caught a bunch of his matches in Japan and some of the ROH stuff he's done. He's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, he's better than Adam Page, and they keep pushing him to the
Oh,
moon.
dude, he had good stuff on Dynamite this past.
Did he?
It was like
Did he do
teamed
like
with
6
somebody-
buckshot lariats like he always does?
He teamed with somebody like who did he team with?
It was Omega, wasn't it?
Yeah, he teamed with Omega, and
There
they
you go. Well, that's one of my questions. What's the most overused move in wrestling? The V trigger, the buckshot lariat, or the stomp? Those three, if I have to keep seeing those moves over and over and over again in a match.
dude Insigiris
Inzigiris, yeah.
The roll up's been the most used move in all of wrestling.
of all time.
All year. The surprise roll up's been.
Well, that's what it kept the 24/7 match title changing hands.
24/7, it makes sense because it's just quick, make people chuckle for a second and it bits out. But
And it's usually on concrete.
But when they had that thing where Andrade didn't win, but Seth then ended up getting the U.S. title opportunity, there was 3 roll-ups in that match. 3 surprise roll-ups.
School boys, all kinds of boys.
I know Edge and Christian must be selling mad Paul Smackage.
Paul Smackage t-shirts.
Paul Smackage, yeah.
Master of the roll-up.
So, do you have a
Bowl prediction.
anything that you're looking forward to the most in 2020 for WWE pay-per-views? Do you have
Sleep. I'm looking at sleep. Sorry.
do you have any big bold predictions, like Mark said, going into the new year?
Not really. I'm curious to see who wins the Royal Rumble, because it could be they're talking about so many returns. With is CM Punk going to do anything? Is John Cena coming back? Is Ronda Rousey coming back? There's so many people that could win the Royal Rumble and go on to headline WrestleMania, but then there's also NXT people. They could come in and win the Royal Rumble. They could challenge. We could have. I'm praying for Keith Lee versus Brock Lesnar, but I don't think it's going to happen. That'd be great though. And I'm looking forward to more stuff with the Fiend. Like, eventually someone's going to have to take him out somehow, and how are they going to do it? Who's going to do it? And who's going to be that guy? So I'm looking forward. I'm more curious than predicting anything or looking forward to anything specific.
I'm going with Adam Cole versus Brock Lesnar for the world title at Mania. Because Brock loves little guys.
Yeah.
And Adam can wrestle his ass off. And if they bring Adam up and they bring the other 3 guys with him, because they are going to fail if they're not with him.
Yeah.
If you bring Strong, Riley, and Fish up, and you have Brock just destroying the 3 of them, and Adam can get a freaking shiny wizard on him, it could be one of the most amazing things we see in a long time. Man.
It's true.
It's not too far of a stretch, from what's realistic. You know what I mean? From what could possibly happen. I could see that.
You could see, and Brock can still look like Brock. Like, he'll grip up Strong and F5 him through a table, and the other guys attack him, he destroys them, and then they do enough where he's not paying attention, and Adam Cole hits him with a move, and it's over. I think in Dak, where was it? They're in Florida. It's right down the street from.
Yeah, it's true.
It's only an hour away from Orlando. They're in Tampa, if I'm right. It's like hour and a half away. That stadium's going to lose their mind if he does it. So that's my bold prediction: is Adam Cole beats Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania.
Beats
Brock Lesnar.
I thought you were just like, oh, he's going to wrestle him at WrestleMania, but beats
It's a
him.
bold prediction, is it not?
But beats him.
Yes.
Hot takes. What about you, Corey?
I'm going to say Bo Dallas joining Bray Wyatt. I could see that being being what I wanted to see at TLC was I wanted to see Daniel Bryan come out as the Fiend.
Yeah, I thought that was going to
happen. But if the Fiend is also taking over, let me in. Let's say Bo Dallas let the Fiend in, and then Bo Dallas also is the Fiend, and then also it could be an interesting a possession angle. That's not something we've seen in wrestling too much.
True.
And they are real life brothers, and their voices are similar enough. Their mannerisms are similar enough. Their faces are similar enough.
But Bo Dallas could definitely do it. I would wonder if maybe they should change the Fiend up a little bit, not just have the same clown mask and same outfit and everything like that. Maybe do something a little different. I don't know. What else are people freaked out with clowns? Is there something else along those?
Well, I would like to see what more possibilities they could do with that big mallet thing.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how much
else with it.
Yeah, the Bludgeon Brothers kind of prove that you can't really do too much with the mallet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You hit somebody in the head with it, you're dead.
That's something I'm looking forward to 2020, where Luke Harper ends up.
Yeah, there's another thing. Yeah, because he's got
he can be a huge star in any of those smaller federations.
And also Disney owning wrestling. I think that's going to happen.
That's going to happen?
I think that's going to happen. Disney will own wrestling in WWE.
It's not a far stretch.
2020.
I don't think they'll own WWE, but I could see them buying one of the other federations.
Yeah.
They were going to buy ECW. That was.
Oh, really?
That was the
the rumor going around?
ECW. No, it wasn't a rumor. It was never a rumor. Paul Heyman just came out with that information 2 years ago. No one knew that. But Disney was going to buy ECW. It was on the ECW unreleased on it was on the network. It was an ECW special that had Paul Heyman and the Dudleys and Taz, and they all were just shooting. And he said that Disney was looking to buy ECW. So if Disney buys any other wrestling, Disney can compete with WWE if they want to.
Sure.
But they're going to compete against their own thing because Disney owns Fox.
True.
I'm excited about the weirdness.
Now, 2020, like I said, with all these different shows and all, like I'll be burned out. But you guys enjoy it.
Oh, I want to find out what's in Roman's cage.
There's so much good
Roman's
wrestling
cage.
going on. It's his mask.
You think?
I think it's his old wife
that's
family mask.
Dumb.
The
That's
lamb
so
mask.
dumb. I hope not.
And it's going to be on a baby doll.
I think no matter what it is, it's dumb. I
don't know. It could be cool. What if they trained a live possum?
I doubt that is going to be
Why
cool.
would it be a possum?
I think no matter.
I don't know, because he's a redneck and they
He's
eat
a Viking.
That. He's not a Viking.
He's got Viking tattoos all over.
Whatever it's going to be, it's dumb. I think it being in the cage is even dumber. And once it comes out of the cage, it's just going to.
I don't know what it would like if it's like a cool animal that people are afraid of, like with Jake the Snake with Damien.
I think they should put it on the ring and be like a magic trick, and the bottom's hollowed out, and then someone comes through the ring, and when they're pulling it out, it's like a whole.
It's a
Human
whole being?
giant human being coming out of the cage. That would be great. It's just some other giant wrestler that's going to wrestle with him.
This is going to be the Great Khali.
It's just Drake Maverick. They just pull Drake Maverick. He can fit in there anyway.
All right, man. I think we're about done here. What Well, what do you got going on this week, Corey?
Plugs.
Yeah, do those.
Check out Evolving with Corey Castle. Every Monday drops a new episode. I just re-released the 2 episodes with Chris Cotton. We lost my good friend Chris Cotton on the 11th of December. I effing miss him so much. Listening back to those episodes, and it's something important to me. And that's why like I said, I have these episodes so that I can say on the record the things that I if I don't have the opportunity to say it to your face in the future, man, I can go back and listen. Like I went back and listened to those episodes. There's moments where it's like we're being so sincere with each other and talking about how real our friendship is, and it's really meaningful to me now. And I appreciate everybody listening to those episodes, everybody listening to these episodes, sticking with us through this change. And like I said, and I say every time, if you're checking out this episode, if you checked out the Icarus episode that I did for Rassle Rock, and also checked out the Icarus episode that I did on Evolving, appreciate all the love I got back. I appreciate all the support and all the the feedback that I got. I always say, let us know you exist. Let me know you exist. I love hearing the feedback. And shout out to Struggling with Sozio. That's a fun podcast to start listening to. I think Mark, you would really like it. You should check it out.
Check it out.
He put you over. He put you over on the episode I was on.
Why?
Huh?
I never even met the guy.
Because he
loves
call him
you.
hippie.
He loves you. He's become a big fan of yours.
Oh,
so
thank you.
Shout out to Sozio.
Thanks, Sozio.
I love you, buddy.
You haven't been on the show when I was on the show. I've listened to a couple episodes with you on it. You're a funny dude. I'm going to plug something very different. It's not wrestling. Lamo Records is doing a benefit every Thursday in January. So January 9th, 16th, 23rd, and the 30th for Spencer Combs. The guy, it was my last episode on the podcast. We did a best of him before we shut the show down. It's Ed's best friend from childhood. These are all bands that he either opened up for or was friends with. The 16th, and unfortunately, he's already sold out because the Messingers are on that show, and it's Boot and Saddle. So it's a very small music venue in South Philly. The 9th, I don't know anybody on this show. It's Pedal, Cherry, and Strange Pride. You said the 16th is the Metzingers, Glady, and Sun Organ. I'll be at the 30th if I can get these tickets. Kite Party, Tiger's Jaw, Queen Jesus. And then the 23rd is Cave People, Slaughter Beach, and Alia. Yeah, Alia. And the tickets are $15 a piece, and all the money's gone to a bunch of charities are setting up for Spencer Combs. So
Nice.
if you want to come, like I said, I'm going to try to be at the 30th show on the Kite Party with my best friend Ed, a.k.a., what do we call him?
Fidel
Podcastro. My partner in crime from the Uneducated Podcast will be there. We'll be very drunk because it's going to be emotional for us. So, yeah, come on through, man.
It's gonna be a good time, man. I got the same stuff I always got.
Can I one more
Sure.
thing?
No!
Huge shout out. No.
Want to go home.
We can't ignore how much how much time?
Keys in his hand.
How much time?
It's been a long week.
How much appreciation has to be shown for the time and effort that Rick put into Wrestle Bell Rock this year?
Thank
you.
you.
If you guys checked out those episodes, or if you checked out those videos,
I checked out all the ones, but not mine.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I just can't look at that one.
I just can't look at myself.
I know people love the fact that you posted the picture of Corey Smells. You got like a whatever.
Yeah.
But you guys, we had a lot of fun with the ones that we did, and
it was a good time.
These charities mean something to Rick, and he wouldn't do this for nothing. So please check them out, and drop a subscription on Rick's YouTube channel, which is
tinyurl.com/YouTube Rick Connor. More than anything, like it's cool if you like. If it doesn't get a lot of views, I don't really care. Just the most important thing is to donate. So, like, even if you just stop by my my Facebook page, all those charities are on there, or the Rassle Rock Facebook page too. All those charities are on there with a donate button, so you can just click that and immediately donate directly to the charity. So, if you want to check out my videos, that's awesome. I put a lot of time and effort and money into them, into making them. But if you're being very loud, if you're sorry, I just saw him.
So
Look at my freaking levels here.
I have to yell to get that.
But if you want to check out my videos, cool. If you just want to donate to the charity, there's a lot of really, really good charities, really important stuff going on there. So yeah, please just take care of that. Thank you, Corey. Appreciate that.
Plugs.
Listen to the podcast I do with Mark's sister called Ain't Something to Do. It's on iTunes. And check out the Teespring store. Check out our merchandise store, teespring.com/store/Rassle-Rock. That's all I got. And that will be it.
Happy
Mark
New
is
Year, everybody.
out the freaking door. That'll about do it for this episode of Rassle Rock. I'm Rick Connor.
I'm Corey Castle.
I pointed at him first.
Oh,
He pointed at me, you jerk.
jerk.